play a game.
Hello, welcome to the most unplanned stream ever because I wasn't sure it was going to happen, but it is. So there. Can't do it on Xbox. I do not have clearance for that, but I do have clearance for the PC version. So, hello to, let's run the list. Come on, let me scroll. Come on, YouTube. Melbourne Train Guy, Chocky Transport, Holy Trucker. Who else have we got? More Holy Trucker. Lord Vectron 4. Florian, Bad Guy 89, Melbourne Train Guy, C, Chocky Transport, Chocky Transport, Chocky Transport, Chocky Transport, Chocky Transport, yep, and Holy Trucker. Of course, hello Gav. And to anybody else that may be watching, we're going to have a look at the Frankfurt S-Bahn, S1, S8, and S9. Like I said, I was hoping to run this on Xbox. The Xbox is even fired up. It's just downloaded a build. Can't do it. Funnily enough, Steam just downloaded a build too. I literally went into the game and it went updating. I went, uh-oh. But anyway, it was fine. We all did. Michael Lay, hello. So let's look at the route. Did I pick the right one? Don't know. There are 5 S-Bahn breakdown, which is help out a stuck train before towing them to the S-Bahn depot. We won't run a scenario today. Regional Bahn breakdown, help out and drive this doubled up unit from Frankfurt. More sausage. Flip-flop, start by driving to Wiesbaden in an S-Bahn service before changing into a BR143 to drive back towards Frankfurt. More sausage. Sound coming through okay, I hope. Hear that train a coming. Late running Rockstar needs a private train to get into the stadium on time. Yeah, that seems likely. It's probably the Hoff. Triple header. Wash and assemble an S-Bahn formation ready to head to Wiesbaden. I've never understood why the Hoff is popular in Germany, but he is. There you go. Because he ain't German, but there you go. Alrighty. What else are we going to do? What else are we going to do? Journeys. That's right. Journeys. Rail journeys. Frankfurt, the sausage factory. The journey is called Split Focus. 4's my lucky number with the 430, 423, 143, and Dostos, of course. Do you want to try and say that? Trabitsashi? I don't know. 143 and a 766.2 Dostos. Rhine Runner. Is that like Road Runner? Is there a coyote? 423 and 430, no great surprise. Mainz Runner. 430, 143, Dostos, 423. S-Bahn Trinity. Would you be at all surprised if it's the 430, 423, and the 143? S-Bahn Voyage. Oh, it's more of the same. All right, out we go. Hello, Drummy. What should we look at? Timetable? Sure. Idiot. Not in there. Choose a route. Did I go far enough out? I did. Oh, yeah, training. What training has it got? It's got an intro. I happen to know the 430's got a tutorial 2. My tutorial should be going live about now. Why don't we can do the introduction. Say not? Let's do the introduction and then we'll go and look at the timetables. Seems fair. Florian says, let's not talk about the Hoff, please. Doesn't say a lot about our music tastes over here. No, but you make up for it with craft work. And others. And some of the best techno on the planet. Excuse me, filling up my drink bottle from another drink bottle. Never mind. It's okay. Hello, V for Vitty. Hello, Drummy. And we had a request for frame counter, which I lock at 60.
Located in the German state of Hesse.
It's good to know. I always called it Hesse.
500 trains arrive and depart the station each day, serving over 40,000 passengers a day, making it one of the busiest stations in Hesse.
Press E to begin.
Looks like a route map is missing. Let's go ahead and place this missing one while you wait.
Why don't we do that first? Because it's not real. Oh well.
There are more route tasks to discover. Make sure to apply missing route maps, replace the defibrillators, put up posters, and find the lost umbrellas.
So we've got S1, which is this blue one.
The train is just about to leave.
And we've got S9, which is the purpley one. And S8, which is the green one. And I think we've got all of it too. I don't think there's anything missing from these. Enter the car. Ooh. Wrong key, numbnuts. It's a good thing we're doing the intro because I haven't started up the rail driver mod. I'll have to start that in a minute. This will be a bit jerky, by the way. Usual first time run because it just updated. So expect it. Seems fair. Bad guy says, when did Matt become a woman? Because Matt does most of the voiceovers. Oh, I probably shouldn't go in there. Can I shut the door? Yeah. Enter the car. Sit in an available seat. Can you unfold these? Guess not. I've seen passengers use them, but I guess we can't. And this train is not completely empty. I was about to say it was completely empty. I'm sitting with you. G'day. How you doing? First time here. What about you? Still don't talk, huh? Cheers, man.
The neo-Baroque station was designed by architect Fritz Klingholz, and in 1904 construction started. The plans included a private platform and waiting room for the emperor, who visited Wiesbaden each May.
Stupid thing hitting wires. I assume that's what we're talking about.
In 1906, it replaced 3 nearby stations: the Taunusbahnhof, the Rheinbahnhof, and the Ludwigsbahnhof,
What is
which
it?
were all closed down.
Look, Dostos. Surprise!
The station is the terminus of 3 lines of the Rhine-Main S-Bahn. S1 to Rödermark-Oberroden, along with S8 and S9, both terminating at Hanau Hauptbahnhof.
So, Rödermark to Oberroden.
Take a trip across the German state of Hesse, along the Rhine-Main S-Bahn. Sprawling rails, stations galore, and services in all directions. From the complex Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof and its subterranean platforms, depart westbound for Wiesbaden along 3 distinct lines, the S1, S8 and S9, and keep the city moving with true 24/7 service in the modern DB/BR 430.
Okay, that's it, apparently. Right. Good-o. Let me just start up the rail driver mod and get it cranking. And I want rail driver number 1, start callback. Okay, right. Here we go. Eventually. To the trains. We'll look at the 2 timetables. So, Timmy table, and there's the main one, and then there's the very sad one. But anyway, let's have a look at both of them. So there's 635 services in this one that are playable in the reduced. There are 1,010 services in the main timetable. It's called Hessen in German. Never understood why they needed to drop the N in English. Well, I'll call it Hessen then. Fair enough. Melbourne Train Guy says looks pretty good, actually. The Dosto is the shed of Germany. Yes, it is. All right, let's look at the reduced one. So for the DBBR 411, now interestingly, do these actually come with the route? So it's the iced tea. All right. Let me check what comes with the route, actually, because I'm not 100% certain. Just have a quick look. I don't want to get this wrong, funnily enough. That one. I just saw the words embargo update and went, don't be like last time. But no, it's fine. It's still on. Still on. We're still good. All right. So what we've got for this route is finding it. We have the 430, of course, which is basically a fat version of the 423. Where are the trains? Where are the trains? I'm looking through the article. I can't find the trains. The DB430, yes, we know that. Good. DB423 comes with the route. Good. And the 143 and Dostos come with the route, as someone said, Germany's shed. So that looks like everything that comes with the route. So the other things are layers. Okay, anything else we see is a layer then. All right, fine, good. That's handy to know. So with the 411, you get 21 services. With the 423, you get 117. With the 430, like I said, it's a fat 423. Look at it, see? Fat. It's got big cheeks. It's got 436 services. And the 143 has 31 services. And the Dostos have 30. So that means it goes out once and doesn't come back. Guess someone likes Dostos as much as everybody else. So let's look at the full timetable now for the Frankfurt S-Bahn. It's got a lot. The 411, the same 21 services. It's got the 642, which is from Dresden, Riesa, I think, with 74 services. 423 with 117. So that's about double for the 423. 430's got 436. How many did it have in the other one? 423 was 117, so it's the same actually. And the 430 is 436. So the core ones are the same. That's good. All right, so the actual core trains appear to be the same. 425, 91. The DBBR 403, my nemesis, 76. The ICE T. It's the ICE T? No, it's the ICE 1. It's not the tilt beast, it's the 1. 28. The 143, 59. Dostos, 55. The Vectron, 13. DBBR 101, Standard Edition, 13. 363, 26. And the G6 Shunter, 26. So clearly you are going to see more traffic in the reduced. But as I promised people, I'm going to run the reduced. And I'm going to do all 430 services tonight, as though we were playing on an Xboxen. So let's start with a random one. Hockheim, Main, so it's an S1 to Rodemark Oberroden. Is that the full distance to the route? It's not. Is there anything with the full distance? That one's a full distance, and that's an S9. All right, we'll run that one. Hanau Hochbahnhof to Wiesbaden Hochbahnhof. Fair enough. Let's go. What have we got to catch up with? Melbourne Train Guy says it looks pretty good. The Dosto is shared. Yes. Holly Tracker thinks, I think his intro photo shows the difference of stress before and after doing YouTube. Maybe. Is it dark? We're in a tunnel. We're in a tunnel, aren't we? Yep, it's fine. We're in a tunnel. Okay, good. It's a station. Let's go look. Yeah. I think I've ended up under the world. Oh, yeah. Which station was it? Does it work in this one? Yes, there we go. Control minus and control plus, you end up under the world. It's kind of funny. I don't know why. And one of the stations, let me just find it. Maybe we should go look at it, actually. Let me find it, because I told TTG about it the other day, which means it fits the rules and I can tell you about it. And where is it? 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 We have to go there and have a look, actually. We're going to do that before we run a service. I need to do it. I need to do it. Oh, hang on. I can do it on the map, can't I? So if I go to the map and go... Is it Frankfurt Flughafen Regional Bahnhof? So this is Frankfurt, isn't it? So Frankfurt Flughafen Regional Bahnhof. Is that down here somewhere? Frankfurt Niederrad. Frankfurt Station. Frankfurt Grecian. You know what? It's going to be quicker to just go there in free run. Let's do that. Melbourne Train Guys, $60 AUD. That would be my guess. Yeah, with exchange rates the way they are at the moment. Bad Guy says, you know, I think my biggest pain points for this game when it works, a lot of fun. The problem is it doesn't work often enough like it should. Sometimes, yes. Holy Trucker says, does the price change? No. To the trains, choose a route. Frankfurt S-Bahn, free roam. And it's Frankfurt Flughafen. How do I get to... Oops, was that it? No. No. Frankfurt Hoxt, Frankfurt Need, Frankfurt Grecian, Frankfurt Main, Frankfurt Niederrad, Frankfurt Main, Frankfurt Airport, Kiosterbeck. Oh, now I don't know what station it was. Oh, I thought it was Frankfurt Flughafen Regional Bahnhof. Oh no, it was the station we were in. Bloody hell. Oh, they might have taken it out in the update then in that case. I think. Oh well, let's just back and run the service. Let's just pretend I know what I'm doing. Reduced, 430. Custom, lighty, cloudy thingies. It was that one, wasn't it? Yep, we'll run that one. Alrighty, get started. Let's go look under the airport again. Flughafen is German for airport. Fair. Truckee train services, control minute plus an every train, including the 377 and 4F. Hello, Transport East Anglia. Is it a Flix train? No. It's got a Vectron layer. He's going to buy it. Yep, good. Lord Vectron 4. Now, let's see. I reckon they fixed it. Yep, I reckon it's gone. I'm so sad. I should never have reported it. Oh, well. What there was a plane flying underneath the airport. Is that the wrong end? I think that's the wrong end. Go back up the other end. 1. That looks like the right end. Okay, let's turn this thing on. And forwards, yes. And passenger lights, yes. Cab light. I'm about to drive this thing now. Headlights, BBs, horn. Good horn, eh? See? Great horn. And doors. What size is the platform on? Left, maybe? I think right. Yep. So we'll go for a walk through the train if people want to see it. And Pizbuzz. Sifa. Let's go for a little wander. You know, look, apart from Coat Boy here, who appears to be, well, let's just say it's probably a good thing he's wearing a coat. Their hands aren't in their legs. It's amazing. Yeah, I'm looking at your legs, sorry. And you've got heart-shaped fingernails. Weird. Wow, they fixed the hands. Can we fold those seats down when we're not in a tutorial? We can sit there. No, that was for the seat next to it. Never mind. Nice textures that at some point will get optimized out of oblivion, probably. Floor's weird, isn't it? It's shiny. It's reflecting the lights, I guess. Well, it's not completely empty. It's got extra salty for the console players, sand and snow for the Gen 8 players, Choco Loco, level down, level up, split, chocolate, dovetail drinks, and pure pain. It's also for the Gen 8 players, I guess. Now, we've seen you before. You're boring. Let's go drive the 430 before it times me out. It actually sounded like we were running across the floor. It's a good sign. Alright then, lock doors. I am using Rail Driver this evening. I am using the Cobra 1 mod, which makes the Rail Driver useful. And we can go. We'll do that thing that Germans don't do, and then we'll drive. And hopefully this will work. Promising. Oh, you can turn your display brightness down if you want to. That's better. Are we in monitoring? Yes, we are. Chucky says Choco Loco sounds like his. Yes, I guess so. A lot of light baking happening here. I'll just go slowly so I don't go out of monitoring or don't kill myself. The safety systems are turned on, Bob. Melbourne Train Guy says, should I set my PS board back up and complain that S-Bahn isn't available on it? Sure, go for it. Chucky says, don't worry, I found the whole housing estates under the map and the shard. There was Sifa. What else have we got in there? I think I've caught up. Good morning from England, says Bob. I'm okay. It's evening. Alright then. Let's drive this thing. Better not go any faster, I'll get whacked. I'll get PZB'd to death. I've got the frame rate counter on. I think, Holy Trucker, you asked for that. And my plan is to only run 430 services. I have everything German installed. It feels like we're going up. We don't need that thing. Will it go blue? No, that was actually all right transition. Look at those signals that are half invisible there. Or are they just grey, maybe? Are we out of monitoring? We are out of monitoring. Let's go. Howdy on, dude. Zephyr. So it's a pretty austere sort of cab. It's basically the same as the 423, really. It shouldn't really be a surprise to anybody who Googled them. Speaking of 423s, there went one. Bit less speed. Bit less, bit less, bit less. That'll do. Zephyr. Now, in my first run, the PZB helper didn't work, but then it started working. So this is a brand new update. We shall see. If there's any requests, let me know if you want to stop somewhere or see something. I'll try and pop out of the train every now and again and spin around and look at stuff and get whacked by Sifa. Ah, cool bridge. Gratuitous bridge shot on the go. Tracks everywhere. Yeah, it's a scary number of tracks. Am I on true camera, am I? Yeah, I guess I was. There's the big Rhine. Gee, it goes quiet over the bridge, doesn't it? Might add that to feedback, that it goes quiet over the bridge. The only running I've done in this was to create the tutorial. That's it. I haven't had time. So I know bugger all about what's going to happen on this route. And I'm going to see it at the same time you do. It's cool building. The purple shades. It does have pretty good brakes, I have to say. Now arriving, Frankfurt, Niederrad. Chocky says it sounds like a plan. Not a good plan, but a plan. Holy Trucker says, does the Cobra 1 mod crash for you when you touch your controller? I use the HOTA throttle to drive and open the doors and move around with the Xbox controller and it crashes on me. Well, I'm not going to try it now. But no, it hasn't. It's been quite stable, actually. I was talking through Michael, one of the long-term channel viewers for this channel, and he had a few difficulties with it, but I think he's gotten around most of it. But it does make the rail driver useful. It stops the handle jiggles for the most part. You get the occasional one, but not to the point that you want to pick up your rail driver and throw it out the window. Alright, let's go for a wander. I don't even know what the collectibles are. I'm such a terrible ambassador. Come on, girl in a skirt, girl in a skirt, girl in a skirt. No, we're not going to know, are we? Does do reflections, so if you stand there long enough, you'll find out. Do they actually have anything, or are they Barbie dolls? Is that a collectible? Cleaning up rubbish? Bottles of bleach. What are you doing, Germans? You're drinking bleach. Good God. What are they doing? No collectibles around so far. It says smile, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Uh-huh. What's that? There we go. Collectible. Hey, it played music. Well, that's cool. Did we need to use the RAM up for that? Probably not. But we did. Does this work? It would seem so. More RAM used. It's a bagel place. Poster. No, so that must be one of the mastery posters or something. Can we go out in the road? Not quite. Yeah. We'll just add that to the list of model places you can't go. Elevator. Going up. Women's underwear. Socks. Penguins. Beef. Time to drive. You look bored, mate. What are you doing? Just get in the train. Oi, get off your bike on the platform, mate. It's dangerous. You're going to die. You're going to get run over by a train. I'm going to laugh at you. Can your hood let go of me? Thank you. Ah, what are you doing? All right, let's drive. Let's drive before everybody leaves. Waiting for the doors, and party time. Chucky says full beans, indeed. Copy and paste. Dunno. Uberk, hello. Holly Trucker says this route would give Fulda a good fight. I have not formed an opinion of the route yet because, like I said, I've run about 4 stations through tutorial and that's it. I just haven't had time to get near it. I am up to steam shift number 49, 1 to go, before I'm allowed to apply to enter driver's school. It's at that point my wife will ask you, how come you've got 5 more rostered then? It's because I don't trust them. Oops, I'm going way too fast. Way too fast. PZB's going to attack me any second. I did turn on PZB, didn't I? Yep. Bad guy says, I mean, it's red, it's a German train, what more can we say? You know, German steam trains have red wheels too. We haven't got any of them. No. Not one. Let me count them. Hang on. 0. Oh, even this thing's turned on. No, not that. That. Why does that happen when you get updates? Turns everything back on. Ooh, the LODs on those logs were not nice. They were all square. Zifa. Train sounds okay, but I have no idea what a 430 is supposed to sound like. Is it loud enough for you guys, by the way? I can turn the game up if you'd like. I think it's a little bit low, actually. Let me look. Let's run my mixer software. And... oh no, it looks alright. Maybe it is a little bit low. Let's pop it up a tiny bit. Alrighty, popped up a tiny bit. Locked doors already? Oh, we didn't even look at the station. Do you want to look at the station? Of course you do. Oh, hang on. We'll do it the quick way. The fly. So, nice junk-filled depot. I like this. I do like this. I'd love to see some people around, but, you know, memory issues. Ooh. I think they might be the logs that get chewed off by beavers on rivet routes. You know, you always find that pointy stump. We have seen a couple of AI trains, but nothing here as yet. Ghost Hauser. Alright, let's go then. We'll watch him leave. We'll trust that signal really is green. How's the horn from a distance? Not bad. Hello, Psych. How are you? Melbourne train guy says, how does this route fit with S-Bahn for route hopping and carrying on services? No idea. I'm a terrible ambassador. Actually, I'm just an ambassador with no bloody time. Because I've got other stuff to do, funnily enough, just like you do. I had to, apart from working 5 days a week, as most people do, I had Saturday built a chicken fence to stop the chickens getting into our entire backyard because they shit everywhere. And I'm tired of standing in poo. So when the other half said, hey, let's make a fence, I went, yeah, beauty, let's do it. And she paved quite a nice area, which I helped her do the finishing touches on. So I've done some paving and a fence on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I had a very nice trainee by the name of Tyler, who did quite a good job on the locomotive. It's not acknowledgeable signal, clearly. Why is it 160 and then we're going to go back to 80 again? Oh, because we're changing tracks. Fair. Alright. That's fair. I get it. I understand. I'm going on the up and over, it seems. So, welcome to Tree Sim World with Sifa. Sounds okay, I think. Don't think I mind that sound. Can we open windows? We can open doors. That's good to know. Can open windows. Good. This is a bit of a serious up and over, isn't it? Ooh, that's quite the corner for a car. Impressed. Sifa's audible on the outside, which is excellent. There is some realistic reflections on the screens, which I like. It makes them maddening and hard to read, but that's exactly what you get in reality. So you can change your contrast. Yes, you can. Off we go to Frankfurt Flughafen. Oh no, maybe this is the one. Maybe this is the one with the plane. Yes, I think this might be the one with the plane. I hope it's still there. I look forward to this. It's funny. Chucky says you told me in the tutorial. Probably. I probably didn't listen. Bob's Railway Madness says, see, we have a heritage line for Britain, so it seems reasonable to have at least one for Germany and US respectively, which will add third parties to make steam engines. I think that would be a nice thing to do. It would be cool to have more steam engines in the stream. I think maybe if they're going to do it, though, they probably want to knock off the safety valves. Just pretend they don't have them at all, like Thomas doesn't have them. Ooh, am I going to stop in time? Wasn't paying attention. Noticed that we were 600 metres out. Oh dear. Light baking's nice. The rubbish down the side of the track's nice. I like that. That reminds me of New York. There's not as much litter in New York on the tracks because the rats steal it. Ziffer. Very nice brakes on the train. As the min brake setting doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't brake at all. You should know that. I assume we're stopping at the H marker here. Looks like it. Ah, we'll stop a bit early. Who cares? Now let's try and go. Control minus. Is it still here? Is it here? Oh, I think they fixed it. Oh no. I'm sad. Because it was this station, it wasn't the other one. I'm very sad. There was a plane trapped under here that was just circling under the station incessantly. It's kind of funny. Alright, so can we get up to street level? Because, you know, there's some good stuff around here. Did I open the doors? I did. Good. This doesn't look free. What is this? It's like that thing that the monkeys found in 2001. Well, I don't think you can get to a street level, which is sad. Does that run? No, good. Hopefully we can see street level outside somewhere, because there's lots of nice buildings around here. Alright. Am I in the wrong end of the train? Did I come in this way? I think I'm in the wrong end of the train, aren't I? I am. Hope I didn't break the train. No. Go to 0. 0, right. Yeah, it looks better. Hopefully the train works. Hope I didn't break it going up the other end. I might have. Dear. Control 0. The reverse has gone to forwards, hasn't it, because of the rail driver. So if we go to off, now I should better go up the other end and drive. Will it work? Forwards. Go. Go. Yes! Victory! This does brake well, yes. Hubert says, haven't seen that bike before. It turned up in West Somerset Railway with Thomas. It's the first time we saw it, and it rides. Lord Vectron says... hang on, Bob says, I'm thinking it's... Oh, we talked about Haas. Oh, dear. 1000 Hertz, didn't acknowledge it, didn't get the prompt. Why? Because it's the first run. Never works on the first run. Fine then. Let's go. Let's stay under 45. So it doesn't bite me again. Holy Trucker says, glad it's a new German train. C says, won't happen for the Haas Mountain Railway. Probably not, but, you know, it's worth suggesting it anyway. Lord Vectron says, I think it was environmental audio that changed. Yeah, quite possibly. Bob says, we've talked about that one. So rail driver looks too dainty. Drive with your fingertips, enjoying my large Hoja throttle. It is a little bit dainty. In fact, what I can do... I don't know how well this camera is actually aimed at the moment, but... Sifa. Let's just cut that off there so we don't go too fast. There's the rail driver. Let me just move those so no one can copy the numbers on them, because that would suck. So yes, but it is small. See, that's my hand, right? But it's not really little. Are we out of monitoring yet? We are. Let's bang it. Got light before the exit then. Is it a long stream tonight? Yeah, we'll probably do all three. Why not? Nigel says the detail looks amazing. Bad guy says, but that said, they could barely get British steam trains right. Yes, they've had their challenges with steam, definitely. It's hard to do this and read the chat, you know that. Uh-oh, wipers. Where's off? There we go. Where are we going? Are we going down a giant loop? That's why the distances are changing. Gratuitous bridge shot. While speeding. 100 zone coming up. Custer back coming up. Stream lubricant. They do say that he's drinking on stream. How unforgivable. Now we're going to see how well it stops. From 100 k's, will it stop in the platform? I think it's going to. Wow. German brakes, people. German brakes. I know what train I'd like to be in if I need to stop. So there goes an AI train. So much for the conspiracy theorists that say there's no AI trains on the route. Yes, there are. You'll only get the ones that you've got in the route, clearly. There's another one up there. Let's go and see what are you doing. You're probably waiting for me because I'm really late. There does seem to be a fair few bespoke assets in this. Not in service. Knight Ingenstein. Lock doors, let's go. Alright, let's get out of here. Chucky says at least you got free eggs. Why aren't I powering? What have I done to you? What did I ever do to you, train? There we go. I probably started powering up before the doors were shut, would be my issue. Thank you, Psych. Psych says I'm good. Sounds nice. Congrats on nearing your goal for driver school. We're close. Very close. I'm told it's going to come out at the end of this month, and I will have the requisite 50 steam shifts by the end of this month. I have lots of other shifts on diesels, but they don't count apparently. $160. Ooh. Going to Runheim. Alright. Party on. We don't get any free eggs yet, Chocky Transport. Gav says Tyler didn't blow the train up. Holy trucker, can you please explain PZB and LZB from description? I tried learning, it just hurts my brain. PZB, acknowledge every signal, track, bush, bridge, person, tree, and you'll be fine. Just press the button. That one. Just press it. And LZB is like autopilot. The system takes over your train and drives it for you, effectively. Wow, it's quite loud at 160, isn't it? It's cutting off my power. It's actually not going to let me go over 160, I think. You can see where the throttle is. It's speed limited. This train's no fun. That's it, I'm out. Down to 45 FPS through here. I wonder what's causing that. What's so big that could be causing that? density of trees, maybe? Well, you wouldn't expect a field to cause it. That's LZB. Pity this train can't do LZB. Zephyr. 3.8 k's to go. Chocky says min brake might just stop you from rolling down hills. Well, we can try that, I guess. Newberg says, yes, tunnels are full of garbage, rats and more in real life. Nice. It's good to see some garbage floating around. I actually like seeing garbage around the place because it's realistic. Chucky says, did you take a picture of the plane? I did. But because it's not there anymore, I can't show it to you. Bad Guy says, this is going to sound weird, but does anybody in this game find the tunnels have actually gotten worse since the original German route they did where the tunnels looked quite really good? I think it's just the light baking technique has changed a little bit. Zephyr. The plane, boss. The plane. There we go. Oh, there it is. An airbus. Say that in Welsh. Airbus. Soon we're going to learn how to reset an emergency brake. Prepare for Nebworth. How do you say Nebworth in German? Come on, one door. One door. We've got to get one door. Yes. Perfect. Watch that first step. Is it sensitive? Does it know? No, it doesn't know. It just opens everywhere. It's a fairly small station. It's got that hedge that I hate. It looks so flat. Bicycles. Yeah. They've got disc brakes and derailleurs now. That's new. Fahrkarten. You're kind of Fahrkarten that, mate. Alright. Is resetting an emergency brake as simple as driving away? Apparently so. Good. Hello, Leon Parson. C says 41 watching and 12 likes. Hit the like button. The monkey and the monolith scenes are part of 2001. They are. Best scenes indeed. Michael Lay says, not good. Leon says, how are you on the new train? It's a train. C says, that's a big old train. It is. Chonky says you should let the AI drive and sit in the second man's seat. Is there one? Oh, there is, look. Huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It knows I'm not there. It got mad. Excuse me. Ah, that's kind of funny. Don't sit in the second man's seat, folks. It's turned off my power. Off we go again. To Russellsheim. I am fine, Leon. Holy Trucker 6, I think you only want the full timetable for a 101 run. Chocky says you don't fire diesels. Well, generally not, but I've been on one that caught fire. There was so much oil and rubbish in the bed that it just went woof. 430. So we are seeing plenty of 430s as we drive, so that's alright. Holy Trucker, so I can use PZB and C for him, not LZB. Sounds like it's going to kill the fun. Well, you can run LZB on a train that has LZB. We're doing it again. I actually think it stopped better with 100% brake, to be honest. Let's look at the station while the train flies through it. So we have parcel lockers. They're new, I think. I don't think I've seen parcel lockers before. Caution, trains drive through stations. Yep, Russellshire. The railway would like to apologise, passengers, for not stopping in a station. Hi, I bet you're disappointed. Yes, I understand. Why does SIFA go off when it's stopped? Anyway, this is Russellshire, folks. This is the place to be. But we're not here. So we'll get back in our train that's sitting up here somewhere now. Off we go. Oh, that's a lot of white cars, isn't it? Only missed one station. Holy Trucker says your photo has now become a conspiracy. You've seen planes in the underworld but have no proof and no one believes you equals conspiracy theory. Bad Guy says rapid transit tunnels look absolutely amazing, especially the stations. Actually, those stations were pretty good in rapid transit. I think that was the prototype for Beekaloo. Ah, semaphores. Do you know, we blew that station off so badly that I'm actually arriving at the next one. That's sad for me. Lesson, don't read chat. It's chat's fault. Alrighty, doors opening. Sooner or later. No, not emergency, don't do that. Ooh, we got a red FPS for a moment there. So we've got some sort of big factory-ish thing, I guess. It's got some junk out there. It's kind of nice. I'm guessing this is a bespoke asset that represents this place because it's got all these pipes and things. Where does that pipe go? Nowhere. Well done. Some other buildings over here. Vaguely boring offices or a hospital or something. There's a conveyor running between that one and that one. So does it go all the way to the other building? It does. Good. Is there anything in it? No, it doesn't look like it. Well, there you go. That's this place. Another chemical factory. It's probably the home of BASF or something. Alright, let's do a departure on the station so you can hear it. Because I don't think there's any signals in front of me. I will shut up for this departure. Sounds alright. They did apparently actually record the real 430, which is good. Ah, we're back to proper signals. And SIFA. Chocky says Nebworth in German is Nebworth. I guess so. I'm fine, Leon. Bad Guy said, alarming thought if your PC dropped to 45%, 45 FPS, what's that going to do to a console? Maybe. Something bad. Oops, too fast. Whacked by PZB. Speed magnets. No, it's actually going to make me stop. Believe the PZB, obey the PZB, or the PZB will stop you. We're going to release as well because I'm mean. Gav says, lol. Leon says, that'd be like London train. If you get off the train, then sit, then train stop. Maybe. Holy Trucker, do you like the 423, 425 or 430? I kind of like the 423, and the 430's like a 423. So I don't mind this one. Let's just go up to the speed limit. That'll do. And this I think I have to acknowledge. Wait. Why did it attack me? I acknowledged it. I acknowledged that. Right. You're in for it, you. No, not allowed to release. I've been too naughty to release. That's fair, I guess. That was interesting. I'm pretty sure I acknowledged that one. I'm pretty sure I saw it say PZB acknowledged. Now we're going to stay under 45. Lord Vectron says you need LZB to go over 160. That only applies to the ICE trains. And the freights. If they're allowed to go over that speed. Chocky says you're 15 minutes behind reading track. And I'm 15 minutes behind on the route too. Well, 11 actually. Leon says it's bad for people. Newberg says neb worked. Yep. Leon says the station can be cool. How old or how new it is. Maverick says you're on PC or Xbox. I'm on PC, unfortunately. I could not get clearance to run the Xbox version tonight. The consoles are getting a new build tonight, which will be the one that it goes live, and they don't want us to show the current one. I did have a quick fiddle around with it. It looks kind of okay, but I shall do as my masters bid me to do, at least in that. Because if I did run it, it would probably be the last time I got to show it to you, so that's not worth it. Speaking of not worth it, I've done something amusing. Now that's a short signal. It kind of looks like it belongs there though, doesn't it? Because it's got bolts and stuff holding it down, so it kind of looks like it belongs there. I'm going to grab a screenshot of this. Well, snip anyway. Because I'm going to go look at that signal. I want to see if that's right. Just seems weird. But anyway, it's probably right. He says PC, indeed. Gab says, dear passengers, I'd love to inform you have to wait 2 hours for the next 4:30 service. Please send a review into S-Bahn. Lord Vectron says PC running reduced timetable. That is correct. So I'm running the console version of the timetable. Newberg says, Russellshire, I'm missing you there instead of UE. Hang on. Hang on. I wasn't in monitoring anymore. What did I run over? Shut up. There's a magnet for that. I'm going to go look at my screenshot. What was that showing? Oh, I'd already passed it, so I can't tell what it was showing. Damn. Because it was showing that. Why are my doors open in the back? What's going on? Why are my doors open? Did I hit the door open button? Donkey. Maybe I did. Maybe I whacked the door open button instead of PZB. That's possible. Because, I don't know if you know, but I have box. And PZB's that one. Doors opens that one. Oddly enough, I don't need box anymore because I can put it on the streamy thing. So that's not an acknowledgeable signal. Never pretend to be good at PZB. Florian says green over yellow. Normally that doesn't need acknowledging. It's interesting. I shouldn't have still been in monitoring from the previous one. Sifa. Fun. Mafrix is getting red FPS and excellent. Oh, don't forget this is the first run though. First run always gets crap. Because it has just updated. Bob's Railway Madness says one type of train I'd like to see in the game and the merry-go-round trains between British collieries and power stations. Might suggest them. Go for it. Somebody might like that kind of thing and back you up. Some random, well-spaced graffiti. Someone should tell that person that graffiti gets overpainted all the time. Crossing the Rhine again. Gratuitous bridge shot, as required. Strange shadows as you pan around. That's called optimization. Making distant shadows not work. I don't think I have to acknowledge this, but I'm going to. And I did have to acknowledge it. How about that? It's a good thing I did. It's not a bad train, Leon. It's a bad train driver. Newberg says I'm aiming for tea and biscuits. Ah, Alex G from a comment from ages ago says that's the Opel Vauxhall factory. There you go. That was that big factory we were looking at. It's good to know. It's good to know it's recognisable too. Leon says feel like train running away from next stop. Definitely, I don't like next stops, no. Where's the next one? Still have to stay under 85. Uberk says, I think you're aiming for tea and no biscuits at the end of the shift. I think that's probably already the case, really. Zifa. Bob says, Nebworth Jr. Chocky says, sent this at the turn of the hour. Let's see how long it takes you to catch up. Good idea. Melbourne Train Guy says, doors open on train. I did that. Green over yellow doesn't need acknowledging. Subway 124. Didn't press pre-ZB freeze. Had 400. So I was still in 45 monitoring. Okay. Thank you. Uberk says just check the low platform signal at Bischofstein station for you. It's there in real life. Magic. Oops, too fast, too fast, too fast. Sifa. By the time I slow down, it won't matter anymore. It'll be time to do 140. Fine now, we'll just pretend that didn't happen. I'll catch up with the chat. Good to know I went over 45 and it's not an issue. It's an issue between the chair and the keyboard. We can put up with those issues. I'm tipping this train's really sensitive to rail driver, because even with the Cobra 1 mod, I'm seeing the occasional switch change. It's not worth going up to 140. Gav says, it's Lucas screaming at you. I no doubt whatsoever. Lucas will be going, ooh, ah. Needs to learn PZB. This is probably true. It probably wouldn't hurt. Let's do a gentle stop for the passengers this time. A potato says for signal green over yellow has to be acknowledged. Hop signal green yellow don't have to be. Thank you, potato. It's good to have a friendly potato. Chocky Transport says, okay, that was 5 minutes for catching up. This looks like a nice route. I don't do non-UK stuff, but I'm going to pick this up. That's cool. even with the reduced timetable. It does seem to be modelled quite nicely. We'll just leave this one stopping. And we'll come and see if the boom gate's open. Because we'll need to know that, clearly. It's amazing how long I can spin out a single glass of stream lubricant, isn't it? Oh, look at that. And they even make noise. Cool. Looks like a 1960s job. Well, that'll be a collectible, a heart starter. More parcel lockers. More cycles, more rubbish. More doors to close. Someone did tell me that this isn't right, where there's a white light when the green ones are on. But I am not a signalling expert, so I really don't know. I have no clue when it comes to German signals, to be honest. My brain just doesn't absorb them. I don't know why. It just doesn't. Holy Trucker says, can you do the next run on full timetable? I want to see how much the FPS tanks. It'll probably be better. Melbourne Train Go says the same, but gave King's Iglebahn a go, and DE stuff is actually pretty fun. Yeah, German trains are okay. And this is the kind of train that I like, to be honest with you. The commuters with lots of stations. It's my kind of thing. Off we go to Wiesbaden. PZB and YouTube chats mix about as well as Fuel and Fire. Yes, you kind of have to pay attention when you've got PZB on. You really do. Or you should. I'll pop in a little poll to see if people want to do a run on the full timetable. Because I have had one person ask for it. So I will do what you guys want. You let me know. We'll go with the majority. That's pretty overwhelming already. 75% yes, 83% yes. No, it's 110 now. I could go across the road and get a Irish gal or an Irishman and bring them over for the potato. I have Irish neighbours. They're kind of like our de facto children. My wife adopted them. It's quite a nice bridge. These, I think, are a bespoke asset. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're kind of cool. I like the bridges. Kevin Graham says this looks really good. I think the modelling is really nice. I do kind of worry what consoles are going to do with it because it is quite detailed. Many bridges. Looks looks like we've got an 89% yes for the full timetable for the next run, which I think reflects my audience in that I mostly have PC players. I have some console people, but not a great deal. Being a dual player person, because I play on PC and console, I do feel the pain of console people. Because I'm console people. At least sometimes. Don't tell me he's going to do a good stop. Look at that. Alright, let's check this station out. We have got an AI train coming. It's another 4:30. So it's a pretty bog standard sort of station. I'm guessing that on the full timetable you might see stuff in that yard. I don't think there's actually anything in the yard, is there? No, it looks like it's completely empty. Squat. Nothing. Nada. Hope you can go up and go in here. Oh no, it's outside the playable area. Do they make these really cool yards? And they're outside the playable area. Bastards. Never happy at that. Uberk and Florian congratulating each other on which one's quicker. Holy Trucker says, I want to see how long of a run you can do on a 101 too. Belaphon, hello! I'm glad it's your favourite YouTuber. You give me a big head. Hang on, I can give myself a big head. Watch. Maybe. Whee! I won't do that again. I promise. Wiesbaden Hochbahnhof, next stop. And I better pay attention since I think this is the terminus. Lord Vectron says, before the next run, can you show the ICE services? Want to see how long they go for? Sure. I won't run one, but yes. Holy Trucker says PC is the master race. Tippin', that's fighting words for some people. We can have a look at how long a 101 would go for, but I won't run one because the 4:30 is the star of the route. But yes, I understand what you want to do. Kevin Graham says, I only have PC, but it seems unfair to console players. I think it is. 40% less services. It does sound like there's been some positive ground made in recent days over some reductions in memory utilization, so we'll see where that goes. Hopefully it pans out. I know one of the fixes that was done did solve a lot of memory, but it had some undesirable consequences. I hate it when CIFA and PZB are needed at the same time. It's just annoying. A triple switch indeed, you Burke. They're a special thing. I've seen one four-way switch. Not in this game. It was in a real station. It's for a logging railway. Florian would like a comparison to full timetable, even though I can't play it. I'd like to see the difference so I can correctly get a feel for what I'm missing. We had a look at it before. The services for the core trains are the same. So you're only missing the extra trains that come in from outside. Wiesbaden. And the Wiesbaden sign is optimized. Clearly, because it's fuzzy. Down below 25, that should be safe. CIFA having one last go at getting me. Now there's one thing I'll show you and I'll see if the update fixed it. I hope it did. I think I reported it in time, and I think it's important enough that hopefully they put it in. Alrighty, doors opening. So if I put this thing back to 0 and I put this to the off position or the out position, can I actually get the key out? No, so I can't get the key out. That will be a problem if you're a shift-based player that likes to change ends. Alrighty, sounds like we're going to do... Oh, I should have just gone return to timetable. No, I shouldn't, because that wouldn't be the full one. So it looks like we are doing the full timetable, so I'll just do that. So we'll do the full timetable for this run, and we'll do the reduced timetable for the next run. We just did the S8, and then we'll do the S9. Hello, Train Sim World. Which Train Sim World person have we got? To the trains, choose a route. We just did the S9, didn't we? I think. So we're going to do the full timetable this time. And people wanted to see how far you can go in the ICEs. So let's have a quick look. So they're pretty short. So if you're missing out on these services, you're really not missing much. That's not much of a drive in an ICE, really. So I guess you're not missing much with that one. What about the other one? So there's one long one, 46 minutes, that runs the route. Most of them are short. There's another longer one. So yeah, you're probably not missing that much because ICE services are 13 minutes long. 101 somebody wanted to look at too, didn't they? 53, 39, 35, 39. So these are more appropriate, I suppose. It's a good length one. Alrighty, back to our friend, the 430. And I think we just did the 9. So we'll try and do... Well, we did the 8. Sorry, we did the 8. So let's try and do the 9. Hanau Hochbahnhof to Wiesbaden. So going in the same direction to the same place. And that is a full length run. So instead of going over these ones, we're going to go these ways. So some of it will be on the same track. Oops. Custom. Light clouds, get started. Lexic Dark says, Uberstrom. Okay, all the beans. Hello, Lexic Dark. How are you? Apparently I'm considerably smaller now. That's okay. Belaphon says, might have sent you a cool new photo for the 47/7 pack. Decided to start the model from scratch again. Excellent. JJJFGTH says, what is the full timetable? Well, there's 2 timetables for this one. Let's get this thing set up. And forwards, passenger lights, get the doors open. High beam lights, it's picked it up from rail driver, so that's fine. We're in the same station we started at last time, I think. Let's get back in the train and look in the station properly. We are, but we're going to go down the other line this time. So let's go and see what the PIS says. If there is one on this platform, I didn't actually check before. Let's go and see. Doesn't look like there is. No, you'll just have to use your paper timetables. Sorry. Oh, let's get back in anyway. Because we're supposed to go. Now, this is the second run over some of this track, so we should see less pauses. But it will be the first run over some of the track. So in those areas, we should see pauses. So we'll see what it does. So far, frame rate's the same. Bad Guy says, it makes me wonder if they ever solved the collision problem with the third rails. Remember, if they had collision on third rail, it's completely pointless and just ate up memory for no reason. I don't know, but I know that they have been looking at some aspects of rail, so maybe. Matt has talked about that. So clearly I can only talk about the things Matt's talked about. But I can assure people genuinely that there is stuff being looked at, so stay tuned. We can hope. That one doesn't do brightness. Wait, oops, you know what I didn't do? This is risky doing this when you're moving, but we're going to do it. Ah. And being my second run, the helper will now work. The helper never works on the first run. Has anybody else noticed that? First run of a new route, the helper never works. Don't know. Lexic says, Train Sim World, please send Paul an official TSW5 t-shirt. Such a fan, he had to make his own. I did, actually. They did give me a TSW3 and a TSW4 shirt. I got the 3 shirt when I was there. I'm hoping to go to the Ambassador event this year, so maybe I can get a real one. A TSW5 shirt for real. That'd be cool. It was actually kind of funny when I asked for permission to print the TSW5 shirt. It was, I guess. Lord Vectron says, wait for a sale. Holy Trucker says, man in a dark suit. We need to put Chomas on it, says Chocky. Lexic Dark says, oh no, I'll check if we have one in storage. Oh, Train Sim World says rather that. Holy Trucker says, Awesome 101. Train Sim World says, Jan here, checking on how you're enjoying Frankfurt S-Bahn. This is actually genuinely my first run on it, apart from recording the tutorial, Jan. First end-to-end run, because I just haven't had time. Which makes me a terrible ambassador, because I don't know enough about the route. But, you know, I'll show what I can. There is certainly a lot of detail around the place, and it's the kind of drive that I like. We're coming back into our bridges again. Now in the full timetable, we can see there's some trains in the yard over here. FPS is lower. We went down to 30 momentarily there. Don't forget my PC is streaming at the same time, so the amount of resources this thing gives, it's probably about the same as a 2080 Super, even though I'm running a 4080 because I'm streaming, and I'm mixing the 3 video sources at the same time as well. That doesn't help. One of which still thinks it's being edited. Gab says, evening. Holy Trucker says we're about to witness the first PC spontaneously combust. Well, my light colours are going between blue and purple, which means about 70 degrees on the CPU. So I don't think it's exactly struggling. Did I see working traffic lights down there? I think I did. Go have a look at those. Funnily enough, we're back here again at Frankfurt Niederrad. Doors should unlock themselves, I think. Yes. I want to go and look down there at the traffic lights. We have got working traffic lights. Look at that. I wonder if they do anything. We shall see. Oh, it's a pedestrian crossing. You know, now I have to know. Can you get down there and push the button? I need to know. My apologies to people who don't need to know, but I need to know. Oh, you can't get out there. Jan, if you're still here, go find out if you can push that button and why we can't get out of the station to go push it. Alright, lock doors, let's go. Is that yeah, it's another 430. If you're trying to tell the difference between a 430 and a 423 head-on, the 423s have round headlights and the 430s have big, long, elongated things. Apart from that, they're red. Florian says to me it's also very much about the ambience and immersion of the route with and without AI trains, not just the drivable stuff. We're certainly seeing a lot more AI trains in the full timetable. There's a 423 going through. So we're definitely getting that. Melbourne Train Guy says, looks really good. Glad to see the 423, 430 services are still beefy. Yeah, they're the same on both timetables. The services for the core trains with the route. I think that's an important thing for people to take in. That at least the core trains are the same. Hello, Bronco in VA. How are you? Must be pretty late for you, Bronco. We're not Nebworthing this station this time. Doing it properly. Catching up with chat while we're in here. Uberk was in the kitchen making breakfast. Bad Guy says the Series S is going to have fun with this route. Even the reduced timetable, I think, give it a few problems. May do. The S is a little sad. I think S stands for sad. I have an S sitting next to my X because I never got rid of the S. Uberk says in kitchen making breakfast. SCS is full timetable. Florian says TSW shirt. I'll see myself out. I don't think Jan would have much to say about that, really. Oops. Going too fast, going too fast, going too fast. Stop it. Stop it. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Gotcha. Yeah, I think you were right, Jan. I could not push the button. 70 degrees Celsius, Chocky. It's about as hot as my CPU ever gets, though. I have a very large water cooler on it. When I think I got to my 4th replacement CPU because they fry, I was rather determined that if Intel couldn't solve the problem, I would. And I put a water cooler on it that could probably keep a car cool. You could use it for a radiator on a car, I reckon. It's about that long, and it's about that wide. It's huge. I had to modify my case to make it fit in there. Am I being naughty again? Yes, I am. Never mind, PZB won't notice. Woohoo, got away with it. One thing to take note of, Jan, in your handy little notepad, I did report it. When you get to the end of a run, you can't take the master key out, which means you can't change ends. So for the people who like running a shift, going up and back and up and back and up and back, they won't be able to do it. Because they can't get the key out. They're going to have to return back to the timetable and come back in again. Back down the hole again. I think I just heard the plane. We're going under for another look. Burke says you need a really long finger to press the button. My boss noticed today that I've blocked out half of 2 months hoping to go to the ambassador event, but not knowing when it is or if it even will be this year. Oops, gone too far. Left door's locked? No, unlocked. Too many button pushes. Unlocked. Fine. Do it. No, they are unlocked. Good. Let's have a look under the station again. This is the other issue. Control minus and control plus drops you out of the world. It's here! Yay! Vindicated! Here's our plane circling the station underground. Proof of existence of the lizard people. So it didn't turn up on the first run, it's only turned up on this one, which is interesting. How long should I follow this around? There you go. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. The plane's real. Yep, wrong cab. Wrong cab. Wrong cab. Wrong cab. Come on, one of these is going to work. That's the wrong cab still. Right cab. Good. Doors are closed. Yes, the tea light's on. Doors are closed. Let's go. Hollow Earth is real. Yes. It was so funny when I found it the other day, and it's like, what the? Now let's behave this time so PZB doesn't whack me. Because there's speed magnets down here somewhere. Do 8 from there. The cab gets light a little bit early there, Yarn. Maybe 10 meters early. But apart from that, the light baking in that station's really nice. Quiet, Sifa. Bad guy wants to know if Elon Musk had a go at this route. No, it'd only be half as long and it would only have 3 people. Underworld Plains. And it is an A350. Lord Vectron says that's MH370 awaiting clearance to land. And you told me it was too soon for a joke I made in the Discord. But yes, poor Malaysian Airways. They had 3 in 2 years, didn't they? Something horrible like that. Shouldn't have to acknowledge this one. Just when you decided you shouldn't have to acknowledge the signal, Sifa goes, meh. Florian says, Global Airlines. Kevin Graham says, what on earth? I think what under the earth, my friend. And Len Florian's gone, what under the earth is going on? Very good, and I'm missing a station. It's Heather Nebworth. Oh, if you go into emergency, it's only air. That's why takes longer to slow down. Right, now I get it. Don't go into emergency. It's bad news. Alright, we didn't Nebworth. It's okay. It's okay. We did stop. I like the plane that's flying around under the ground still, but I like the coloured buildings. That looks cool. There's the serious roundabout. That's what we need our roundabouts to be like, to stop the people with four-wheel drives driving over the top of them. Is that train tracks? Downspipes, I guess. It looks like train tracks. Does sound like the plane circling under this station too, doesn't it? Can we see it? There he is. Alright, enough of that. And back to the correct end of the train. Good. Locked doors, left-hand doors. Bad guy says the reverb in the tunnel is quite nice, in all fairness. Would Orange Palpatine be one of those three? Could be. Palpatine's a good name for him, the ineffective emperor. Not that we do politics on our streams, no. Ah, the cars are driving on the right side, good. Next stop, Roenheim. So that's where we go off to the other line, I guess. Or did we go to that one last time? Lord Vectron says, yeah, mate, 17 shot down with a Russian-supplied missile. Tony Abbs was going to shirt front Putin over it. That's right. And instead he ate an onion. Yep, we have the Prime Minister that ate an onion in Parliament. Raw. Good plan, Tone. Good plan. Power on for 160. Belaphon has returned. Very good. Gav says global airline shouldn't be a thing, aka the A380. Newberg says, I hope it doesn't clip its wing up through the ground like a shark. It would be kind of funny. Electric Dark says, I've heard of aquaplaning, but terraplaning? Let's see if I've got any losing. I do. Super. Last of it. Oi, that was low. Oh good, it's landing. I've never seen one land. Does it have landing gear? Maybe it's not landing. It seems to be going an awfully long way down the runway if it's landing. It's doing a go around. Oop, not emergency brake. Stop the train because I'll watch this plane. No, he's turning. Okay. Well, it is train sim world. The planes don't have to be realistic. Sifa. Sifa got me, I think. Can I accelerate now? Now that I've... No? It's actually going to make me stop. There we go. I left C for too long. Bad guy says, what would you take to get underground aircraft to completely change commuting? It would be awesome. Yes, Jan, it's Control Plus or Control Minus that puts the camera below the ground. It's actually done it maybe about the last 5 or 6 months, I think. Uberk says the tunnel drilling for it would be a nightmare. We wouldn't need wings on it, you just shoot it through a pipe with compressed air. Kev Nee says train sim world, why has Frankfurt S-Bahn come out too early? It hasn't come out too early. I'm previewing it today and it will be out tomorrow. So as an ambassador, I get early access to the content to make content for you and to show it off. And we're allowed to show it off the day before it comes out usually. Whoops, I'm supposed to be stopping here. I think we'll just forget about stopping here. Let's just keep going and just pretend this never happened. This is what I drove straight through last time too, isn't it? I'm sure it is. Never happened. Never happened. It's not an important station. It's okay. Chocky says, yes, and it does it on 377 and a 4F. I think it actually does it on a few trains, to be honest. It's not just those ones. Morgan asks, where am I on the map? We are down here, heading for our next station, which I should start slowing down for. And we're going to run up round this way. This time we will stop at Russelsheim as we run down through the noise-proof walls. Let's get a window open so we can enjoy them properly. Yep, 20th of May is the day it comes out on consoles, Xbox S and X and PlayStation 5, Epic and Steam. Steam will probably be last as usual and the consoles will be first as usual, says he, Nebworthing another station because he's really good at this stuff. Now it's time to distract you and go, how cool is this signal here? See? Look how cool this signal is. Those ones, the disc on the top flops down to form a signal in front of the others. So isn't that cool? That's just cool. Alright, door's open. YouTube says now would be a good time to insert ads. No. It's never a good time to insert ads. Kev says pre-show from the ambassador, you can get the route tomorrow. Yes, thank you, Uberk. Let's try and stop at the next station properly. And we'll see what's in those sidings up here too. Russelsheim Opal Work. This is that big factory we saw last time. Florian says, me at Hoxpear. Yes. You know you can do this. And I think there's Overshoot, maybe? And there's the generic one. And of course there's Fail as well. And don't forget, so you've got commands. Use them wisely. And for those who don't normally watch my streams, I also occasionally, on the relaxation streams, turn on a thing called SpeakerBot, where your comments get spoken. can get a little controversial at times. But that's part of the fun. So if you're new to my channel and you've come here for this and you like what you are seeing, consider subscribing. Oh, I forgot partway through saying I did something amusing. And I've taken the entire income of the channel, which is, you know, nothing, and spent it on advertising for the channel just to see what happens. It's just an experiment. I have no idea if it'll work or not. I don't know. We'll see. I bought Google Ads for it. Clearly my budget's very low, so I didn't buy many. C says, I thought you heard us left as ambassador. No, I haven't left as ambassador. Here, look. Oh, no, the rail driver thing's on top of it. But, no, I left the beta because I didn't have time to do it. And because I was in that Discord, it increases stuff that I know, and I'm constantly having to go, is that public or not public? So I just opted out of it after chatting with Matt. Because it's better for everybody. Because I can't screw up and leak something if I don't know about it. And I'd been contemplating doing it for about 6 months because I just wasn't getting time to do it anymore. Zifa and PZB. Will he get down to speed quick enough? Will he? Will he? Will he? Yes. Didn't get me that time. Tam Walker says your thumbnail back to the way they used to be with a new twist. Yes. The new thumbnails. What do you think of them? Zifa and PZB right at the same time again. That always happens. It's almost like it's deliberate. We have a shunt signal to go onto the main line by the looks of things. Let's just leave this cruising because I can see stuff in the yard. Now that we're on the full timetable, the yard is no longer empty. It's still not what I'd call chock-a-block. It's 363s and G6s. And there's some tank cars and stuff up here. So there's not a huge amount in here. Ah, Dosto's waiting for me. Suffer. Everyone needs more Dostos. Maine's Biscoffsheim. Is that where the biscuits come from? Biscoff. What is that guy doing? Where is he? Where is he? Selfie! Fair enough. I don't think I'm completely in the station, but fair enough. Here's that signal we were looking at before, which apparently is real, which I find cool. I just like the idea of having this gigantic thing in a platform for people to walk into. Seems perfect for me. We are going to run off to the left here. And we're under monitoring, aren't we? We are. Let's try and do this better than last time. Lexic Dark, I like trains. Yes, you do. I should put no like trains command in. See you later, Jan. Ad guy says, I haven't seen a Google ad in 3 years only because I have the Prime membership for YouTube. So do I. I have the family version. And I've upgraded to the family version that lets you play with AI as well. Because I like playing with AI. I like proving it's not very smart. The yard does look a little bit empty, see, but not as much as it does when we're on the reduced timetable when it's completely empty. And can accelerate, I am out of monitoring now. It's a little bit hard to tell on that screen. Bellapon says we need a new flavour of Dostos. Uberk says Sifa and PZB, the envious brothers, always arguing with each other. Florian says too bad if passengers stood in front of it. That's true, actually. Where does it go underneath the airport? Am I thinking of something else? It does go under the airport in a station, not this one. The other train does. You know we have to do it. About there. Make it less red. Less bright. So that's about where it should be. That'd be good. Come on, do it. And I can do this now. I can upload it. It's fine. And we should do a Steam one as well, just to rub it in. I think that's a Steam one, or is it that one? One or the other. Anyway. Just in time to get Seaford. Right. And of course that pops up just as I get to a signal that has to be acknowledged. Great. Stay below 85. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that, given it's an 80 zone. Newburgh +1. Bronco says YouTube Premium is the best investment. It is. You can get the family version, so everyone in your family can have it. Of course, Google then knows who everybody in your family is, but, you know, whatever. They probably know anyway. Bad guy says, it's great. Actually, I do quite enjoy not having to watch ads, considering some of the ads on YouTube are interesting to say the least and not in a good way. Yes. Erectile dysfunction ads. Yeah, you want to watch those at work. Okay, a bit of PZB action today. On our way to Mainz Castle. F12 for Steam, is it? So it'll be... Oh, I think I've got the Steam overlay turned off, actually. Control F12, Control F12, Alt F12. Nah, I think I've got the Steam overlay off. Uh-oh, I did something bad then. Slow down, train, before I get whacked. I have to acknowledge the speed change, maybe, so I will. The plane goes all around the airport, underground. It's great. C says £17 a month for premium on YouTube is a joke, but I still pay it. Mine's less than that, even with the AI stuff added. Yay, Straya. Mainz Castell coming up. Tree Sim World, yay! Lexic Dark says, I went testing different AI chatbots and you pretty much have them contradicting itself in 3 questions. So how couldn't really resolve the conflicting rules the politicians gave it. Indeed. Mainz Castell coming up. So mostly we've run down the same tracks, which isn't surprising. We divert somewhere and go to a different place. Assuming I did actually pick one on S9, I hope I did. Oh, we're stopping a bit far back. Let's go down here and stop. Where we belong. Quiet, Sifa. Yeah, door's opening. Don't tell me we're on time. What? Can't be happening. Jockey said some of the ads are just annoying. No, all ads are just annoying. You have no idea how to set up a chatbot? Go to gemini.google.com. Go. Joshua asks, would you say this route is stable in terms of performance and FPS? Mostly. Mostly. This is only the second run down the route, and it's certainly getting better than the first run. Off we go to Wiesbaden Ost. And 110 now. Balafon says there's an inbuilt one into UE, F9 I think, sticks in my games when there's no editor. Isn't that the inbuilt one, the photo mode one? Says he going too fast because he was reading chat again. Stop it. Don't read chat. Yeah, we'll just roll on through. Maddie Lynn, hello to you. Kevin Graham said his is $12.99 a month. Premium YouTube doesn't cost $17. It depends what you're buying, whether you're buying the family one or the single, or the single plus AI, or the family plus AI. You can do some fun things with AI, I have to say. A friend of mine was at an event recently, and we've been to the same event together for a long time, and each year we've done a photo together, usually with her wearing my hat and me wearing her hat. It's just a thing. So she sent me a photo on our group and said, "You're not here." So first I just put myself in the photo and sent it back, and then she said, we haven't changed hats. So I got onto the AI and told it to make me a video out of the photo where it swaps our hats. And it did a really good job, I have to say. we're going to make it. I'm glad the signal's green. Perfect stop. Couldn't be better. Got half the train on the platform. What's the problem? Now, for the person to ask if this is stable frame rate wise, I'm running on a 4080 with an i9 14900, I think, with DDR5. DDR5 or DDR6? One or the other. Memory. It cost a lot, I know that. It's left-hand doors, isn't it? And we're early. Hold on, have a look at the station then, since we're early. At Wiesbaden Ost. Clock works. G'day, brother. How you doing? Got any durries? Next stop, Wiesbaden Hauptbahnhof. YouTube only has YouTube music for streaming. Did the S9 first time and this time? Did I? I thought I did the S8 the first time and the S9 this time. Because we're going to Wiesbaden this time. It's a different station. So I think we should have two runs next to each other now. One will be an S8 and the other one will be an S9. Which leaves the S1. I think. Or did I just get it wrong and did the same one twice? But, you know, the 8 and the 9 overlap. Joshua said, I do hope DTG optimised Frankfurt folder as it's currently having issues regarding FPS and performance. Just remember what optimization means. Optimization means reduction of shadows, reduction of fidelity, reduction of textures. So this magic word optimization that people like to throw around basically means make it worse so it fits in memory. Just remember that. Granted, stability is probably a better thing. Didn't we go that way last time? Or should it be that way? Yeah. Ziffer. It was a bit of an overshoot there, Belaphon. You are correct. C says, Hugh Burke, I like the fact that I can swipe YouTube off and the sound carries on. That's a bonus when watching lives. It is. Because when you want to go and do something else while you're still listening, you can. Ziffer. Maybe I did redo the same run twice. It's not that silly. It's possible. Anything's possible. Darth Spectre says we're on a roll, I see. Yes. Maybe we do have the same PC, Belaphon. Maybe we do. C says, that man with the stick is how I feel with my back pain most days. I'm sad about that, C. Back pain is an awful thing. I do from time to time bugger myself on the railway and have to exercise it away. It's going to go to Hanau, Hauptbahnhof, Wiesbaden Ost, Mainz, Castor, Mainz, Bisch. Platinum, even with all that speeding. Naughty boy. All right, now, what did I actually do in that? Let's have a look. Go back to the timetable again. Hey, I don't have too many problems on Frankfurt folder. It does struggle a little bit around Frankfurt. You see, I did an S8 and an S9. But did we end up in the same station? So either Hanau Hauptbahnhof looks remarkably like Wiesbaden, or we ended up in Wiesbaden twice, even though they're different services. Because we did that one first, didn't we? And then we did that one. Anyway, we're doing an S1 this time. Wiesbaden to Rodermark Oberroden. Rodermark, I think it is, isn't it? Bronco likes the scenery. Uberk says no problems with Frankfurt folder either. Belafon says making me want to play TSW. Go for it. You can play while you watch. Why not? C says 3 months roughly till we get to Dovetail Direct Live to announce TSW6. Key thing, forward. Let's get you into brake 0. Left open. Passenger lights, they're on high beams, so we should be good. 0 kilonewtons. And is that one me? I guess so. Rodermark Oberroden. So this is the same station, but we're starting from it this time. We have an ICE sitting over here. We have some Dostos down there. Oh, what's hiding down here? A 642. Little diesel menace. Is it time to go yet? Wait till 6:35. Really? Wait a whole minute. You know, we'll explore some more then. I do like the weedy between platforms. That's kind of nice. Let's race down and see what this looks like down here. Got a bit of a loading issue there. Ries Zentrum. Dip those donuts. Off in a world. All plays on real businesses, I assume. Deutschland music. Everybody in the world's dead. I'm the last person alive. Why is there a red light? Must be time to go by now, surely. It is. Alright, off we go on an S1. Wiper parking is just where it puts the wiper at the end of the run. Not all trains have it. Some just have off. And it keeps jiggling to parking because it's sitting between two. So if I put it on intermittent, it'll move sooner or later. And if I put it back to parking, fast, slow, parking, there we go. It will sit in that spot. Can someone German tell me what that means? PZB mixed. Oh, it's not on. That's what that means. Right. Sorry. Get off. So we're going down on the S1 route this time. So we will be running across the top. So up across there this time, I think. I think that's the S1. we're out of monitoring. Let's fang it. Oh, we've still got it restricted to 40 though, so we won't fang it at all. Darth Spectre said it's quite a vibrant station. David Spectre said, I feel Paddington may have looked like this back in its glory days. Could do. Paddington didn't look too bad when I was there, actually. Nice bit of heritage. Next stop, Wiesbaden Ost. In the other direction. Balafon says the screenshot thing might be a god mod thing only. That's possible. Uberk says started Cairo 20 years ago and circle training 10 years ago. I honestly have found the best thing for back pain is firing a steam engine. Because it increases your core strength and that really helps support your back. So anything you can do to increase your core strength, if you can handle doing it with back pain because it hurts, will help you. Your mileage may vary. Use of advice that is not medical advice may harm you. Oh, sorry, this isn't America, is it? Anybody from America will know what I'm talking about. Whenever you see a medical ad or a drug ad, it'll always say, caution, might have side effects, might cause this. And it runs through this big list in about 4 seconds of all the things it can do to you. Wiesbaden Ost coming up. We might even stop there. We're going to try anyway. There will be a stream this Sunday. Got family coming on Sunday as well, but there will be a stream in the morning before they get here. You know, compared to some of my other overruns, that's a perfect stop. So we'll just accept that. That's spot on. It doesn't get better than that. Always been amazed when railways build things like this. Because it's not room to store anything, it's clearly just there if the points fail to run you into that, instead of running you up there. Wait until 6:39:30, well, I don't think so, we're going to close the doors now. C suffered back pain since he was 16 or 17 years old, now suffer of just get on with it, don't we? It is kind of like that. The ice is playable, yes. 2 different ices are playable if you have the full timetable and you have the appropriate routes. I think they both come from Castle. Or one's from Castle and one's from another route. We can have another look at layers and things when we finish this one. I just realised we did full timetable again, didn't we? Oh, that's what happened. I ran an S9 from the first timetable, then I ran an S9 from the full timetable, and now I'm running an S1 from the full timetable, so we'll have to go back and run an S8 as well. Even that means I'll go to bed late. But we'll run an S8 as well, after this S1. My apologies. We'll go back to the small timetable and run an S8. That's how I ended up running the S9 twice. Chucky says you run exactly the same service. Yep. Yep. Thanks. Good. I wish you'd noticed it before I started. But not even I did. That's funny. No one said anything. We ran for 40 minutes and no one said a thing. You're just all sitting there quietly having a giggle. I would too, don't worry. Tree sim world. Another one coming. Ziffer. Mainz Castle coming up. Says that I don't even do DRS anymore because apparently nothing wrong with it. You know, because I lie about my back pain. Oh, you don't see doctors. Okay, not DRS. Wiper setting is down here. So I use it on the rail driver, which is this switch, but it's the same one, so it turns the switch. Mainz Castel coming up on the S1 route. Ziffer. That's better. Much better. Gaz Photography has a giggle. Uberk says, I didn't notice you did the same service. We didn't all sit back and giggle. Bellafon says, all I'm hearing is Sifa right now. No worries on the wipers. Hello, Hannah Scott. Welcome. Chucky says, I didn't know. Newberg, g'day, Hannah. We're running on the S1 line in a 430. So we'll stick outside this time, and I'll be quiet while it departs. Let's do a horn as well. Chucky says, I'm going to eat lunch while back, don't run the same service again. That would be funny, wouldn't it? I watched his stream and the guy ran the same service 10 times. It'd be the ultimate in gaslighting, wouldn't it? Holy Trucker says, you've been driving the 430 a while now. Tell me, does it just surpass the 423 braking acceleration? I think it's fairly similar, to be honest. It's a pretty easy train to drive. Be even easier if I didn't turn safety systems on. Yep, 140. Max power. Bellafon loves doing the enhanced speed with GNT. Good. I just like there's a button on a train labeled good. C says something hit that like button, it's triggering me on 29 because it's not even. Feel free to like things, folks. Even if you hate it, give it a like. You're still here. Any of the other people watching who would like to chat, absolutely welcome to do so. There are no restrictions on who can chat on the channel. The only thing I ask is that people be a little bit friendly about it and be constructive and try and stay a little bit family friendly, even though sometimes I fail at that too. So the occasional failure is acceptable. Off we go to Hochheim, Maine. Tensioners. 100% brake coming up. That road looks a little unnatural onto the right of the spacing there. Zephyr. Nice spark from the Panto there. I think that Panto popped in while we were watching it. You know, mate, she's totally stuck on you. Yeah, I know. It's distressing, isn't it? Having someone doing that right behind you. It's like one of those videos you watch someone ghosting someone else. She's just completely stuck. You can't go anywhere. Bellefonte says, any 4-1 run routes on this route? Oh, she escaped. Not completely sure, actually. We'll have a look. Back up to 160 on our way to Florsheim, the home of shoes. I might have made that up. Holy Trucker says the route looks identical to Fulda now. Well, it's pretty close. I just see a car pop out of existence. I think so. Zephyr. Holy Trucker says, I want to make a video adding in Smooth Criminal to all the people glitching and upload it. Oh, go for it. Absolutely go for it. It needs to happen. Hannah Scott says she's doing an interpretive dance. Yeah, could be. Bad Guy says, looks perfectly normal. Nothing to see here, folks. Stefan, hello. You're here to watch me play Train Sim World so you don't have to. Don't you want to drive the P-Class? That reminds me, I keep promising to test that thing, don't I? And I haven't for a while. Stefan, for those who don't recognise the name, is the person behind the New Zealand train workshops. Or is it trains workshops? Is something like that. NZTW, something like that. Makers of the JA and the KB and the Midland Main Line, and a few other things. Oh, did you see that? I saw that. Those gates were open when we flew through there. And they closed while we were going through. Timing's off. C says, I returned to TSW yesterday. I only managed 20 minutes. You should play Thomas, C. You'd like Thomas. Stefan says he's released it now. Excellent. So I don't need to test it then. I think last time I went to test it, it wouldn't couple to anything, including itself. That was about as far as I got that day. And I had grand plans to do more the next day, but life happened. As it does. I think this is going to be a Nebworth. Please hold for objective failure in 3, 2, early. Oh well. We'll just keep going then. There's no problem here. Nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. It's all good. The plane, boss. The plane. We'll stop at Eddershow. Maybe. Skipworth. Stepton says you should stream the P one day. It's a fun machine with some fuel consumption issues. Ah, sounds like we should. I'm sure we can organise that. Why not? A good test for your driving, as it's gutless and has no air brakes. That could get pretty exciting going down the hills on Midland Main Line. I assume it's only got a handbrake. I don't think we ever got to test its brakes. Alright. Max brake. Stop at Edisham. You can do this, train. In July, the other half and I are going to Japan again. Look at that. Pops on the maximum brake. Almost a perfect stop. More arse than class. But we're going to Japan, and we found this cat hotel, because she's a cat lady. So naturally we're going to stay at this cat hotel. It's down the other end of Japan. And she goes, we can get there in an hour in a plane. And I went, we can get there in 4 hours on a train. And she's just looking at me, knowing that she's lost this argument already. Wait until 6:55:30. Well, we need to go and explore then. Must be a cross or something. There's a big box. Labelled TBC. Does that mean there's supposed to be something there? It's an umbrella. Oh. Well, there's a collectible. Hello. Hi. Morning. A bike's collectible? No. It's not locked though, so you can probably steal it. Yeah, what? You have to sit there for 3 minutes. Suffer. Well, that's as far as we're allowed to walk. No finding out what the sign is. I think it's something about a cookie. Go around there? Can't. Nice looking fence. Can I get round there? Thanks. They sit down now. Scary. Here we go. The grand tour. Minute to go, so we'll tour down the other side, naturally. It is quite a long train, isn't it? There is no other side. Okay. Run through the train then. Morning. Hello. Hi. Hi. Coffee lady. Is it time to go? Nearly. Time to go. Oh, I missed the heart starter over there. There's a collectible on the wall. Just there. Missed that one. We have semaphore signals again up here, which is cool. In fact, let's nice. We've got to see it drop. Hattersheim, next stop. Shiny hats, get your shiny hats here. Shiny hats. Bellephone got PZB'd. Oh, bugger. Stefan says, the steam brake for the loco effectively useless and handbrakes with whistle codes for the included van for apply release. Ooh, that could be interesting. Stefan said, see more scenery from the train until you crash. See, finally picking up your new car on Saturday. It was a long 5 to 6 months. Well, at least you're getting it, mate. That's good. What did you end up getting? More badly timed gates. Hats of shame. Hannah had an issue earlier, tried getting out of the seat and got stuck in the cab. When that happens, do Control 0 to put yourself back in the chair, and then you should be able to get out. It happens in Thomas Diesel a little bit. I think I finally caught up. Welcome to Shine Your Hat. It's like a Tetris corridor. Route map. So you said only a Kia Stonic, nothing fancy, picking up the driving, then to bam. Hopefully I do okay. Birmingham. Bambalam. Should be alright. Sifa. Hello, Chucky. We're still doing the same run, but not for a second time. Frankfurt Sindlingen. Why can't you press CIFA from inside the map? I went to the map to see where we were, and I think we're going to be lucky to get a door in the platform. I think we're going to go straight through. We're stopping before the red, fortunately. Good. Not much to see on this station anyway, so that's fine. That's a good thing, probably. Mysterious red thing. Make your dreams come true. That's the Deutschbaden concrete block. Should be yellow. Anybody from Melbourne knows what I'm talking about. All right. We screwed it up. Accept it. Move on. Monitoring. Boring. Frankfurt Hoxt Farbwerk. Next stop. We shall crawl along here. We'll acknowledge this signal. And then we'll go have a look at this factory over here. Tifa. No, we don't have to acknowledge this one. Is it the next one we have to acknowledge? Right, let's go look at this factory. Because it's pretty big. There's a lot of trackage in here. I hope it's in the playable area. I hope we can get in here in free room and play trains. That would be cool. Have this factory been in another DLC? I think so. But not here. I'm going under the Ober. I suppose I should pay attention, really. Hannah says apparently pressing the 1 button too many times to reset the camera causes you to get stuck on standing. Interesting. See, you got to try sports mode out on the motorway. Be rude not to. Of course. Tonight on Frankfurt News, new driver on Frankfurt S-Bahn fired for bad driving on his first shift. It's kind of true. The driver, when faced with reporters, asked if he had a comment, and he goes, "It's true, I'm pretty shit." I see shiny tankers. Alright, let's stop. Doors open. And we've got some tank cars over here, sitting around doing nothing. We have a car wash, which, given these are actually running, maybe it's used in a scenario or something. Another factory complex over here. A little bit of trackage inside. Hopefully we can get to it. That would be good. Yards are fairly empty, even on the full timetable. So you're not missing that much, console people, I guess. Really? Wait 3 minutes. Wow. Alright. We go exploring. Morning. Hello. G'day. Morning. Morning. Hot starter.
Vorsicht bei der Einfahrt.
It's Matt Peddleston's car. Except it's driving on the wrong side, because his is a right-hand drive. Oh, and it's still got its glove box lid. Any collectibles on the boxes? No, I can hear grass sounds. It is floating, isn't it? Only just, but it is. Good parking too. Everybody else tried. You know, everybody else made the effort, mate. But no, you're going to sit there in the middle. Can you get on the bus? Inquiring minds need to know. Oh, the bus doors aren't open. It's for here you route hop into OMSI. It's clearly a background asset, isn't it? The bus, it's a little bit flat, as they say. Why can you get all the way out here? What is there to do that you need to come all the way out here for? Three stars, apparently. Can't go that way any further. Can go up here, though. Something paintings. Ooh, it's time to go. Holy Trucker says, I'm impressed Dovetail were generous for the price of this route, expecting to be another Mitten World Bahn or West Coast mainline price, but same as Ludwig's Bahn, which is pretty good of them. Yeah. Uberg says, Lord, the reverb had an announcement. Or the announcement had reverb, rather. Holy Trucker says, picked him for a pink VW. No, he's got a little green thing. A convertible. C says, that's his poor parking. Yep, shitty parking job indeed. Ziffer. Frankfurt Hoxt. Suspension. Ooh, first sign of it. That's a good question, Hannah. What did Stars do wrong? Maybe he's P. Diddy's friend. I thought that lady was going to get in then. Frankfurt need. Gab says on the DB News channel, we find out a driver is Nebworth a couple of times. He was given free biscuits and tea for his missing station, losing passengers and their luggage coming to your TV station. Could be. Actually, on Sunday, my driver came back to the cab and handed me some biscuits, and I just said, "Oh no, what have I done?" And he just looked at me funny, and I went, "I'm eating with tea and biscuits." And he goes, "Oh yeah, one of them." C says it's a new car, so getting used to the size of it. Fair enough. W Sengshi says, is it a good route? I think it's pretty decent, actually. We're running the full timetable this time. We did a run in the reduced timetable before. The difference between the reduced and the main is that you get all the same core trains with the same timetable. You miss out on the extra ones that come from other routes. Alrighty, Frankfurt need. Or need. Have a quick explore while the doors are open. Because I don't think we're here very long, so I won't get out this time. Oh, it's a bag. I wonder what she was carrying. I was hoping to run on Xbox tonight, but I could not because the build was not ready, so we're running on PC. The Xbox build will be ready for the release tomorrow. Newberg says, I will soon have to get used to the automatic gearing after years of the good old manual. Left foot will probably go for the clutch and hit the brakes 1 or 2 times. Well, those pedals don't overlap, so you probably just stomp the floor like I used to. Lord Vectron Force has replaced my manual with an auto 15 years ago and will still plant my left foot looking for the clutch out of instinct. These days I have a hybrid car, so I don't even have gears. It just goes forwards or backwards. Frankfurt Grecian, next stop. He says he drives his current cousin's car, it's got auto, put down into drive, handbrake down, pressing down a gas pedal, thinking, why aren't I moving? Forgot auto foot was on the brake. Naughty. Jumbo Train wants to know when the Thomas Tank Engine anniversary train comes out. When it does, my friend. When it does. It has not been announced. Lord Vectron 4 says my missus owns a Volkswagen with a blinker on the wrong side, and even though I drive about 3 times a year, it will ruin my car, and trying to find the blinker and headlights leave for several weeks afterwards. Yeah, my wife's car's got the lever on the wrong side. It's annoying. Bloop. Frankfurt Hochbahnhof Tief coming up. Ooh, that's a bit close. Almost ran over my own head. This will be an underground station. Holy Trucker, it is a reskin and a new livery with 3 new scenarios. 3 more narrated ones on WSR. Burke says, I was about to go for a test drive in my coming car. The sales footman said, no, no, no. Left foot away. Yeah, don't use both feet to drive the car. Use one foot just like you did in your manual. Thomas was green, yes. Went to E2 tank locomotive for the London and Brighton. Down the hole. Nice and dark. See, so I didn't get offered to test drive my new car. Holy Trucker says, same in VR. I'm real careful around trains. Getting run over feels a little too real and my brain goes, arg. Yes. Speed magnets here. And a red signal right after the stopping point. Good enough. C says should be about £5. I think it's 8. Jumbo train, free Xbox Thomas DLC. I doubt it, mate. Just free for this weekend. Yes. Alrighty, that's it for that one. And since we managed to screw up so royally and run the same one, I was only planning on running 3 runs tonight and then getting off, but no. It's free to play for the weekend, Jumbo Train. You don't get to keep it. You can play it for the weekend. And then you got to give it back. In fact, they take it back. All right. Now, I was so clever. So in this timetable, when we came in here and we looked at the 4:30, we've done the S8, S9, S1, but I looked at that and I thought we did the S8, so I did this one. But when we went to the other timetable, the reduced timetable, that was the service I did. So we'll do this one instead, which is the S8, and we'll do it in the reduced timetable. Alrighty. Let's do it a bit different this time. Let's have some light rain. Why not? Maybe a touch of fog as well. Seems fair. C says, if you're still back, I'll be on after my meeting. Cool. Uberk says, Mittenwaldbahn. It's got cows. Yeah, I'd say Mittenwaldbahn is probably the most scenic out of all of them. All right, let's get this in. And are we actually in a station? No, we're not. Where are we? Oh, we're there. Okay, that's why it's a short one. Fine then. Off we go to Kelsterback. I haven't turned on PZB, have I? And I'm going too fast. Let's get PZB on before we get to that signal, and it's going to break me probably. Yep, because I was going too fast. The moment I turned on PZB, I realised, hang on, I was doing more than 45. Never mind. Right. Should have slowed down before I turned that on, really. It would have been a good plan. I'm only doing 4:30 runs tonight because that is the main train that comes with the route. I don't think it is safe to release. This signal seems to need acknowledgement to me. But it's still telling me it doesn't need acknowledgement, so I'll believe it. Yes, pretty good start there, Stefan. Of course. Alrighty, see you later, you Burke. Have a good shift. I hope it goes well for you. Ah, it's good. Short shift's a good shift. As long as you get paid for the whole thing. My next shift on the steam railway is a night train on Friday, which will be pretty good. It's a dinner train, but I'm not sure if we're taking the passengers down to Lakeside or if we're taking them to the shed. I've got to read the notice and find out. Minute and a half. Huh. Looks like a route map to collect there, so we'll go get that while we're waiting. Yep. Same on that side. These ones are full at least. Complete with the Gen 8 chips. Extra salty. Oh, there it was. Okay. What are you lot doing? Excuse me while I snip this and drop it in an appropriate Discord. We have to wait till the time comes anyway. What's this thing? Ooh. Okay, back in the chair. Shut those doors, shut that door, and let's get out of here. Alex G says it looks like the Philadelphia experiment. That was a big magnet chip or something, wasn't it? From memory. The tar pit says Parallel Netherlands. See you later, Chucky. Bit more smooth criminal. Lexic Darth is just much nicer in the cab now the weather is cooling in at night. Absolutely. And the night runs on the Loco are really nice. You've got to be careful though. You don't dare look at the fire because you can't see a damn thing for a couple of minutes afterwards if you do. So you kind of fire with your eyes shut and hope for the best. Lexic Dark says the people are well grounded. 2 of you came up with the Philadelphia experiment. That's good. Frankfurt Flughafen Regional Bahnhof platform number 1 coming up. We allowed to go fast? We are allowed to go fast. I was worried for a moment there. So how are people tonight anyway? Quite safer. Stefan says an exercise in knowing how your fire looks without looking. Exactly. It's all about forming the picture in your head, remembering where you've put coal. And put it somewhere else next time. Not even sure what loco I've got for Friday, actually. Is my phone here? My phone is here. Let's have a look. What loco have I got? I'm curious now. I need to know. I know you probably don't care, but I need to know. No, don't load that one up. Try that one. There we go. Friday, May 23rd, 73, 74, 12A. And I'm out with Uncle Dave. He's a good guy, Dave. Good loco and a good driver. It'll be a good night. Oh, I don't need that wiper anymore, do I? Parallel Netherlands is good over here. How do you like the new train and route so far? This is the entire time I've spent in it has been on this stream, plus about 20 minutes making a tutorial. The train's fairly easy to drive. It's a lot like the 423, so if you like that one, you'll probably like the 430. It's fairly easy to drive, so I think new players will be able to come to grips with it. The route itself is highly detailed, and hopefully consoles will cope with it. I hope. I have been able to run it on my Xbox. I'm just not allowed to show it on my Xbox because it's not the final build that's shipping. And I only ran it for 5 minutes on the Xbox, but it seemed okay. But I'll do some full runs on it. I might stream again. I don't know if I'll stream again tomorrow, actually. I might stream again tomorrow and run it on the Xbox. Because I'll be allowed to then. Lock doors. Oh, did you want to explore this one? We should, shouldn't we? Oops, stuck under the stairs. Oops, stuck behind a wall. I have somehow gotten in behind an invisible wall, and I'm now stuck. Okay, good. Let's try that. Now that. No, now I'm outside. Alright. As Cartman says, I'm going home. Everyone does know a bloke called Dave, Hannah. I know 2. Maybe 3. Yeah, this guy's a driver that's been around for a long time, so he knows lots of things. It's good to go out with the ones that have been out forever, but still like to share and talk about what they know. Because they're the ones that you really learn stuff from. Frankfurt Stadium next. Ziffer. Yes, the world's full of Daves, that's for sure. Alex G says the route is great. I'm getting the routes of the S8 and S9 quite often. I have to admit it's done quite close to reality. That's good. Hannah said, my dad was called Dave, so I have no excuse. You know a Dave, that's for sure. Even in the Netherlands, Daves exist. That means, Hannah, that at least some percentage of you is in fact Dave. Frame rate's great up here. Parallel says even Netherlands Daves exist. Excellent. Daves everywhere. Hannah says there's a UK TV channel called Dave. Why not? It's probably catering to all the Daves. And if you think back to that immortal show, which was a UK show, Dave, open the door, Dave. Cheech and Chong had a Dave. I think he's in the movie Up in Smoke, and he's listed as Dave #1 in the credits. Ziffer. Frankfurt Stadium. That'll do. Go down there. Yeah, it's pretty much your average subway. Looks like most of the other stations. All very similar.
Vorsicht an den Türen und bei der Abfahrt des Zuges. Die Türen schließen automatisch.
That person's head's going through their umbrella. Their hair's too big. Holy Trucker says a pirate walks into a bar with a steering wheel down his pants. He must be having a really good time. When the bartender asked him about it, the pirate replies, "Arg, it's driving me nuts." Fair enough. Ah, yes, like, Dave's not here, man. No, it's me, Dave. They're dead, Dave. Everybody is dead. Or the Howl in 2001. I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that. I did once see a short with Hal. He had the voice of Cartman. And in one of the times that he was saying, I'm sorry, Dave, it's just, suck my balls. But, yep. That would be an AI. Frankfurt Niedered, we've been here before on the other line. We are at the places where the lines join up again. There's the old hurty back man again.
Vorsicht bei der Einfahrt.
Oh, we gotta wait 30 seconds. Alright then. Alex G says release date will be tomorrow. Does anyone know what time it will be available to download? It depends what you play on. So, PlayStations and Xbox tend to get it at about midnight, pretty standard time. I know over here we get Steam is about 3 AM Australian time, so it changes. See you later, Lord Vectron. Holy Trucker says, why did the golfer bring 2 pairs of pants with him in case he got a hole in one? Very sad. Very bad dad joke, Holy Trucker. Parallel Netherlands says, most modern train stations look alike, makes it easier but less character. This is very true. And Belaphon says, South Park is something you shouldn't laugh at, but do anyways. Of course. Especially Chef's chocolate salty balls. Uh-oh. I have angered the PZB, haven't I? Yes, I have. Right then. 45 it is. This will be the last run this evening, finishing this one up. If you've joined recently, I see a few people have popped in just now. Feel free to rewind and watch the earlier things. This one's running in the reduced timetable. So you do still get to see the AI trains, but you only see the 430, the 423, and whatever the other one is that comes with it. Oops, wrong button. And I've just done very, very, very well. Because I'm being stopped by PZB right before the signal that would have cleared it. Did I just open the doors? Did I really? I did. Wrong button, dude. Wrong button. There's something ironic about being stopped because I went too fast in monitoring. This far before the signal that would have cleared monitoring. And now I won't because I've got the timer. Oh well, I'll just release it. I have awoken the PZB and the demon has got me twice. And PZB can be a pain if you're not paying attention, yes. If you're paying attention, it's alright. Go so again, yes, you're broken PZB. Relevance, Sifa, Swing Bremser. Ah, yes. There's immortal words. or my nemesis, the ICE3, because I enjoy sitting in a train cab with a computer yelling at me in German for getting it wrong. It's just somehow more exciting, really. Stefan says, I'm glad you've begun this run as you intended to continue it. Yep. It's a bit like that, isn't it? So we come back into Frankfurt again. Holy trucker, I didn't really notice a very big decline in FPS as most services were spaced out on the full timetable. Yeah, I think it's okay. Especially after you get that first run in. One of the things I usually try and do with a route, and I didn't have time to set it up this time, is I'll get into an AI train, but ride on the outside, and let it do full length there and back once in the day, once at night on every main, whoops, almost didn't acknowledge that, on every main part of the route. And that loads all of the shaders in, it compiles everything. So you have a better run when you play. Gav says, congrats on PZB from DB, they're happy? Probably. Flashy, flashy. No, that red light's not for me. It's okay. Alex says, thanks for sharing. Can't wait till this is getting released and downloaded. Well, it shouldn't be very long. So tomorrow sometime. Lots of the other ambassadors will be putting content up as well. So if you want to have a look at the others, some of the German ambassadors, particularly if you want to watch people who actually understand PZB and who speak in German. Hannah says, everything sounds more aggressive in German. Indeed. It's not like French, where getting a parking ticket sounds like a sexual proposal. Pararail says German is a verbal harsh language when used loud or in anger. Yes. Lexic Dark says it's like that when quiet and in happiness. Ich lieb dich. See for having a last crack. Although it might get another one at this pace. Now arriving, Frankfurt. Will Seafer get me before the end of the platform? That's the question. It'll probably try. Yep, there it goes. Actually, something funny about one of our diesels on Sunday. They couldn't get any power when they tried to leave one of the stations. And it turned out they had to turn vigilance off to make the vigilance work so that they could get revs and drive. Confused train. There's German ambassadors, but they generally don't speak in English. Do you get the impression it's raining in here, under the roof? They usually speak in German, but there are a couple. What I should do is get a list of all of the other ambassador channels and put up a post with them all. It is raining inside under the roof, isn't it? Well, that never happened. How come that one's not even wet? And mine's getting rained on. Never mind. Alrighty, that's it for this evening. Thank you for watching along at the S-Bahn Frankfurt route. I hope you've enjoyed it. had an interesting time. PZB got me quite a few times because, quite frankly, I'm not very good at it. And the combination of being not very good at PZB and not paying attention because I'm reading chat, or just not paying attention because I'm not, means that it gets you occasionally. But that is part of the fun. I think the route's pretty good. It's my kind of route. It's a relatively fast commuter route. It's interesting. Drummy says, I think Tiger is German. Well, there's actually a few. Let me just pop back over here. I'll give you some names. Let me jump into the Discord. I'm not sure what their channel names actually are for the most part, but I know Lucas has streamed it. Where is my Discord gone? There it is. Train Sim World. Let me go through some of the people who have been sharing content recently. That'd be a good way to do it. This guy's German, so I'll just let me open that and get to it. Get into here, and I'll get to the channel. Don't do that. That's boring. This guy's Der Denny, so he's one of the German ambassadors. Who else have we got? Tintin's not, clearly. Hint. Richie, me, Felix. He's German. Let's jump into Felix's one. So there's another German ambassador. Who else have we got? AF Gamer. Don't think he is. Actually, maybe he is. Let's just have a look. No, he's Spanish. There's another one that I'm just not seeing drop any content recently. I'm just going through. We share all the content into DTG in a particular channel. Not seeing the other guy that I'm thinking of who does German stuff. No, oh well, you've got those two anyway, so that's a start. Yeah, Ramajani's another one. Yes. Ramajani should be here. He's normally really active, but I can't see him. Because to get a link to their channel, I need one of their videos. No, he hasn't shared anything for a while. But it's all right. Maybe he's on holidays or something. But anyway, they probably will. So, oh yes, and Trainspotter from Taranga, of course. Actually, he's not too bad these days, to be honest. Anyway, have fun. Enjoy yourselves. And I am going to bugger off and go to bed, I think. And I will, and Transsim Society. Yes, he's an interesting individual. I think that's an AI voice too, to be honest. I don't think that's actually a human voice on Transsim Society. So it's someone who's a little bit hiding, which is a bummer. But anyway, enjoy yourselves, and I shall see you on the next one. I will be streaming this Wednesday night. I haven't decided what yet. Could do something, you know, Stefan. We'll see. Maybe play with a P. And then I'll be streaming again on Sunday. So I do know what I'm doing on Sunday, though. But I'm not telling you just yet, because keep it a surprise. I've also changed my thumbnails, so have a look. Let me know if you think they look good or if they look shit. And enjoy, folks. It's been great chatting, great having you along, great sharing the route with you. So have fun, and I will see you later. Bye now.